starting my live stream. And a very good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to the Collinsville Sports Complex here in Collinsville. I am Todd Duke, and we are glad that you're with us as we get you set for a little Lady Kahok softball action as your Lady Kahawks get ready to take on the O'Fallon Lady Panthers. And it is senior day here for your Collinsville Lady Kahawks. We have 7 graduating Lady Kahawk softball players coming off of this year's team, and here in just a few moments we will transition over into that. Let you watch that, and then we will transition into our pregame show, and then everything that's usually involved in the pregame show as well. It is a very warm afternoon. Temperatures in the mid-90s. Feels like it's over 100, and the sun is shining brightly, and we're going to have some softball today without any major weather factors coming into play here. But besides the fact that it's hot, but we will all get through that together. Chris Kettler will be along here in just a little bit to join us, but right now we're going to go ahead and turn things over. We hope we got the camera facing the right direction, and Pete Hoffman, former head coach for your Lady Kahawks, current PA announcer, he'll take it over from here.
And welcome to Kahok Softball Stadium and our 2022 Senior Day. Today we are excited to celebrate our 7 seniors: Briley Anderton, Maya Clark, Maddie Harris, Alex Jakich, Krista Rodriguez Vega, Bree Wellen, and Mackenzie Young. Before celebrating our seniors' impact on Kahok softball, we would like to first recognize the seniors on O'Fallon's team. Number 6, E.J. Collins. Number 9, Lexi Schlor. Number 12, Maya Robeson. And number 22, Reagan Heffley. Our seniors will be presenting them with a flower from Kahok softball. We wish them well on their future endeavors. Please give a round of applause for O'Fallon seniors. Now let us welcome our Kahok softball seniors. First, let's welcome number 8, Briley Anderton, and her family to the field. Joining Briley on the field is her mom and dad, Dawn and Danny Anderton. Briley will be attending Southeastern to study biology in the hopes of becoming a physical therapist. Number 8, Briley Anderton. Next, please welcome number 19, Maya Clark. Maya is joined by her mom and dad, Maureen and Greg Clark. Maya will be attending Southern Illinois University, Edwardsville, to study pediatric pharmacy. Number 19, Maya Clark. Our third senior is number 9, Maddie Harris. Joining Maddie on the field is her mom and dad, Lisa and Michael Harris. Maddie will be attending SIUE in the fall to major in secondary education. Number 9, Maddie Harris. Our next senior is number 79, Alex Jakich. Alex is joined by her grandpa, Nick, her aunt, Ann Jakich Capitelli, Uncle Jeremy Capitelli, and her cousins, Luca and Gianna. Alex plans to attend McKendree University to study criminal justice with the hopes of becoming a lawyer. Number 79, Alex Jakich. Next, please welcome manager Krista Rodriguez Vega. Joining Krista is her mom, Norma, her brother, Juan, and her sister, Yoko. Krista plans to attend SIUC in the fall, where she plans to pursue a career in dental hygiene. Krista Rodriguez Vega. Our next senior is number 27, Bree Wellen. Bree is joined on the field by her mom and dad, Lindsay and Nathan Wellen, as well as her brother, Braden. Bree was accepted to Quincy University, where she will be studying criminal justice and cybersecurity. Number 27, Bree Wellen. And finally, our 7th senior is number 26, Mackenzie Young. Her mom and dad, Peggy and Randy Young, are joining her on the field. This fall, Mac will be attending the University of Missouri on the Mark Twain non-resident scholarship to major in biochemistry with hopes of becoming a pharmacist. Number 26, Mackenzie Young. You may have noticed each of our seniors' uniform numbers are painted on the grass behind the infield. And after the game, we ask that you please check out the back of our dugout that has a senior banner for each of them, designed by Kahok softball supporter Sherry Holton. Our underclassmen also created memory posters for each of the seniors, and these are located behind the dugouts as well. Each of our seniors will now present their family with flowers and a signed softball for each of them. Oh, they already did that? All right. Now the Booster Club, Kahok coaches, and Kahok underclassmen would like to present our seniors with a few gifts to help their transition into the next phase of life. First up, Coach Potts, along with juniors Reese Kendall, Dariah Rayford, Alyssa Shepperson, Lily Feener, and sophomore Hannah Ralston, will be presenting our seniors with a signed picture of their Kahok team. Each photo is placed on a mat that is signed by all members of the 2022 Kahok softball program. Next, Coach Flowers, along with sophomores Katie Bardwell, Emma Hilton, Aubrey Mason, Lexi Rafalowski, Paulie Schreiber, and Marissa Thomas, will be presenting our seniors with their old Kahok jerseys that have been framed for them to cherish for years to come. And then next, freshmen Hannah Adams, Bailey Dimmick, Audrey Lang, Kayla Linos, Celeste Orozco, Carson Mode, Hannah Niemeyer, and Kaylee Norad are providing laundry baskets full of gifts for each senior. The laundry baskets will come in handy as these seniors near adulthood, but the goodies inside will be even more fun to explore. Each of our underclassmen got each of our seniors a small gift. In the basket, each senior will also receive a bundle of handwritten notes. These are personal notes from each of the Kahok softball underclassmen and coaches. These personalized notes share memories, encouragement, and stories of the time spent between each of our seniors and their Kahok softball family. How about a big hand for all those presents and the presenters? Great job, everybody. At this time, Coach Smitling will now share a statement on our seniors and their impact on all of us.
It's time to bring the juice. This year, our senior class is challenged to bring the energy, or as we know it, the juice, every day, through their season's hashtag of compete, defeat, repeat. Through all the peaks and valleys we faced as a team this year, we worked every day to find the identity of what the 2022 Kahok softball team was. Whether it was face paint for the Jerseyville game, which we'll all remember forever, 2 grand slams against Mascuda, drinking our pregame juice, voting on favorite seed flavors, making bets, or shooting water guns in the dugout, we knew that each of our athletes had their own personality, their own leadership, their own experience, and own competitiveness to bring to the table this year. So, enter classroom sessions about confidence, personality, and what it means to play as one. Enter puzzle piece charting and execution. Enter player highlight days. We've worked tirelessly to help these athletes understand their value not only to this team and this program, but ultimately the community as they go on to the next phase of their life. Seniors, we want you to look back on this season with pride and know that no matter what, you always have a home with Kahok softball. Many of these athletes you see before you started this game together, which has allowed them to create genuine bonds on this field that go beyond the field. These girls have created a family together. So seniors, enjoy the ride as you make your way into your next phase of life, and don't forget to bring the juice. I mean, bring the Alani.
Thank you, Coach Schmidtling. Now I would like to welcome each senior to the mic for a moment of gratitude that they would each like to share. First up, Briley Anderton. No karaoke, please.
Hi, how you guys doing? Every single game I had this season had a reason to play. I would write on the dirt every single inning before I would play the number 45. That is my teammate that Maddie will always be a part of me, and every day I will continue to write her name in my heart. I did this because we shared great memories on the field. Every senior that is a part of this program is not only a teammate, but a family member. I hope for this program to grow, but the girls to also have fun, but to find their own family. You will always have your ups and downs with your family, but from the sleepovers to the late night walks around the neighborhood, from we were in middle school, are so much more than just the downs. A little note to my underclassmen. Whether this be your first season or your third season, enjoy every moment of it. Enjoy every bus ride, every snack, and every ground ball you get, and especially the practices. I know you probably heard it 1,000 times, but high school really does fly by. Make the most out of your school and live with no regrets. I wish every single one of you the best of luck. Number 8 out.
Number 8, Briley Anderton. Next up, we're going to have Maya Clark.
Okay, even though my time of softball was shorter, Kahok softball, was shorter than most, I am extremely thankful for the memories I have from it. I've had the opportunity to meet so many new people who I now call some of my best friends. I'll remember the endless bus rides, inside jokes, and our talks on the field forever. I would like to thank my parents for everything they've sacrificed over the years to give me the opportunity to play the game I love. I would also like to thank all of my coaches and teammates from all the teams I've played on over the years. I have been playing softball since I was 7 years old, and I believe that this game has shaped me into the person I am today. I will miss this team and this game so much, and I cannot wait to come back and see how you guys have grown next year.
Number 19, Maya Clark. Next up, Maddie.
Kahok softball is my final destination for the sport I have grown to love. I have played on many different softball teams over the years, whether it be school ball, select, or Croy League. Each of the teams I have played for gave me a sense of responsibility, drive to lead, and lifelong teammates that I will love forever. Those moments of fear when you are missing a piece of a uniform are the same moments that taught me to do better and lead better when this happens to someone else. I will cherish all of the small moments that I made with my teammates as I travel into the adult world, without leaving behind all the wonderful things Kahok softball has given me. I'd like to thank Briley, Maya, Alex, Mac, Bree. I don't know if I said Briley. You guys are my best friends, and I'm so glad to play my senior year with you.
Number 9, Maddie Harris. Next up is Alex.
Though my time with the Kahok softball program was short, I will forever be grateful for the bonds I've made while playing the game I love. I came back my final year after losing both of my parents, worried that I'd be the odd one out, and nobody would get it. However, I was proven wrong by every teammate
as they were there to uplift me when everything felt impossible and went beyond in order for me to finish off my last year feeling seen, heard, and most importantly, loved. Every person on the team has inspired me in some way to do better, and they've always picked me back up. I'm lucky to be able to do something I love while having fun with my best friends and those I consider family. As I'm a person who always looks at the little things, I will never forget the bus rides, eye black mustaches, and pregame conversations that left me laughing the whole time. And though tormenting at times, I'll miss getting sprayed with water guns, thanks Emma, spilling the tea with whoever was playing second, and watching Bree do her horrendous dances on the field. I hope that this year's class has shown others that you can always have fun while also working hard, and that your mentality is a huge factor in determining your outcome. I hope Kahok softball continues to be a positive environment for all athletes that are eager to learn and grow, and I know that they will continue to leave it all on the field and show a good example for the future Kahok softball players. I know that my parents are watching over me, excited for the next chapter, though grateful that I made the choice to do what I loved, even though they aren't here. Regardless of the journey, I hope all future players will feel the same kind of love and friendship that I was lucky enough to experience while playing for this program.
Number 79, Alex Jakic. Next up will be Krista.
Throughout this softball season, I've learned a lot, not only about the sport, but also being a part of a great team. I enjoy it all, from practices and the games, and my favorite memory was when most of the team applied eye black on each other and made silly drawings on each other. I would think my legacy is making sure everyone is cared for, from rides and making sure everyone gets home. My hopes for the future of Kahok softball is that it continues to grow and have a bigger impact on the lives of the players and possibly the community. And thank you to my mom and my siblings for being here today.
Krista Rodriguez Vega. Next up is Bree.
Ever since the first time I stepped on the softball field when I was playing t-ball, I knew I was going to play forever. My forever has come to an end in high school ball, but I'm blessed enough to have another chance to play in college. I've met many great people along my journey, and I'm beyond grateful for them. I want to thank my mom, dad, grandparents, etc. for everything they've done for me. You guys are the best and mean the world to me. I can't thank you guys enough for all the time and money you put into softball, and just know that I appreciate it very much. I want to thank Wayne Childress. Wayne is someone that I met through softball, and he's always checking up on me and making sure that I have things I need. I also want to thank all my coaches that I've ever had, and I want you to know that I appreciate what you've done for me. And finally, I want to thank my grandpa Gary. He was my biggest supporter, and I know he's looking down on me and cheering me on. Softball is always going to be a core memory, and I'm glad I have a chance to be a part of these other girls' journeys as well.
Number 27, Bree Wellen. And finally, Mac.
As a senior, I've had to say many goodbyes these last few weeks. Saying goodbye to the sport I grew up playing is easily the hardest one yet. I've grown up playing this sport when the ball could barely make it over the plate and picking dandelions was all that you did in the outfield. I started this journey with the support of my dad and mom. Softball has taught me many lessons that I will carry with me throughout life and has given me friendships that are impossible to say goodbye to. The sport of softball has shaped me to the person I am today, but none of this would have been possible if it wasn't for my dad. From Corey League to the last softball game, my dad has been to every game. He is someone who is often lined up along the fence, always giving words of encouragement before and at bat. This year he has a reserve spot in the outfield where he soaks in these last few games that I have as a Kahok. He has always been taking me to practice and games and would always be willing to pitch to me to get extra reps. I will miss being able to go into the backyard and throw with him. As the time we have spent together bonding over the sport comes to an end, I will forever cherish these memories. To Kahok softball, I thank you for these amazing girls that have been brought into my life and continuously pushing me as an athlete. Coaches, I thank you for shaping me into the girl I am today. Teammates, I leave you with one piece of advice. Be where your feet are. These years of high school will go by fast, and you too will be giving your senior speech, which feels like too soon.
Kahok softball, thank you for being a key part of my life. Number 26, out.
26, Mackenzie Young. Okay, how about one more big hand for all our seniors?
Senior Day here at the old softball complex. Hope you all enjoyed that. And now time for us to move into our pregame show, brought to you today by Cafe Agape in Collinsville, home of the Kahok chicken sandwich. Cafe Agape been doing their thing since 2012 and is offering catering and some of the best home-cooked food in the area. Cafe Agape, 345-2233. One of those seniors, Bree Wellen, I had a chance to catch up with her a little bit earlier, and we'll pass that conversation on to you next on the Kahok Sports
Cafe
Network.
Agape serves up some of the best sandwiches, burgers, pork steaks, meatloaf, fish, and more in Collinsville. And yes, they still cater. Wedding receptions, luncheons, business meetings, and much more. And Cafe Agape is your destination for all of your holiday and party favorites, both main courses as well as delicious sides. Cafe Agape in Collinsville is the only place to pick up a Kahok sandwich or dog and the new Flamin' Kahok sandwich. Cafe Agape. Check them out at 703 St. Louis Road. Give them a call at 345-CAFE. That's 345-2233. And don't forget to tell them Stewie sent you.
And we welcome you back into the Cafe Agape pregame show here on the Kahok Sports Network. It is senior day for your Collinsville Lady Kahok softball team as they get ready to take on O'Fallon. Season winding down, and we continue to visit with our seniors. Number 27, third baseman Bree Wellen, joining us now. I always start off with you guys telling me about your families. I know your family. I know your mom, Lindsay, and your dad, Nathan, and your brother, Braden. So tell me a little bit about them now that we all know their names.
They're a mess. No, they're really caring and loving. I really appreciate them, but they do get on my nerves sometimes.
That's what parents do. That's what families are for. Where does the sports competitive juices come from in your family, mom or dad?
My dad.
And did he play sports?
Yeah, he played baseball and football.
And your brother is following in the footsteps as well?
He's playing basketball.
Playing basketball. All right, let's talk about some pets, man. Last time I was over at your house was a long time ago. You guys had a dog. I follow you and your mom and your dad on Facebook, and I think there was some rabbits involved and some hamsters involved. So give us an update on the pet situation.
Well, I have 2 dogs, and I have 9 hamsters and 2 hermit crabs.
What happened to the rabbit?
We had to give it away.
Oh. Do you have names for all these pets?
No, there's too many hamsters to keep track of it.
All right, how about the dogs? You have names?
Luna and Charlie.
Luna and Charlie. And the crabs?
Crusty and Krabby.
That's so original. All right, let's talk a little bit about softball. 6 at-bats as a freshman. You made the varsity team as a freshman. Do you remember that freshman year and a little bit about what you felt like?
Yeah, I remember I was like very nervous and I was scared, but I was like really honored to be able to play my freshman year on varsity.
All right, your sophomore year got canceled. I've been saying that a lot this year because all the seniors had their sophomore year canceled. Junior year, you led the team in home runs with 5, 30 hits, 102 at-bats. Tell me a little bit about that junior season.
I thought it was very fun. There was some hard times in there where I got in my head a lot, but I feel like that was probably the best time I've ever had.
All right, that leads us to your senior year. 30 hits and 72 at-bats, so we're still working on all that stuff. 417 career batting average, this year. 313 batting average in your career. 7 home runs, 3 triples, those are always fun. 12 doubles and 53 runs batted in. So sum up your career as a Lady Kahok softball player. Are you happy with those numbers?
Yeah, I feel like, I have a job to do, and I feel like I'm doing very well at it right now, so...
All right, let's talk about your little stint as a pitcher a few days ago. How did that go for you?
Oh, that was so fun. I didn't think I was going to be able to pitch, and then she came out there, and I think that's probably the happiest I've ever been.
Well, I looked at the stats. You faced 2 batters, and you walked both of them. So, tell me about what was going through your mind at that point.
Oh, I didn't get a warm-up, so that's what my excuse is, but... No, I don't really practice pitching that much, so I was more for fun.
It's a lot tougher than it looks, isn't it?
Yes. It's so hard. I didn't think it was like that hard until I got on the mound, and I was like, wow, this is actually really hard.
All right, let's loosen it up a little bit. Let's talk about some of your favorite things. What is your favorite music genre?
Probably rap.
Favorite group?
Yeah.
Okay, never heard of that one. Favorite meal, breakfast, lunch, or dinner?
Probably dinner.
Who cooks it and what is it?
My dad always cooks, and I really like pasta.
Favorite sweet snack?
Everything.
Favorite salty snack?
I don't know about that. Maybe pretzels?
It's a salty snack. Favorite class in high school?
Forensics or criminal justice?
Least favorite class in high school?
Any math.
Like that answer too. All right, let's talk about your future here for a little bit. You're trading in the Kahok for a straight up Hawk at Quincy. Tell me how all that became about.
So my freshman year, I went to an extreme camp, and there was all these college coaches there, and I just hit it off with the Quincy coach, and ever since then, I knew I was wanting to be a Hawk, and I was blessed to be able to get an offer from them, and I've never been happier with my decision.
But now the coach is leaving, so how does that make you feel?
I'm okay. I mean, it isn't ideal, but I feel like, everything happens for a reason, so she's still going to be there, and she's still going to support me, so.
All right, let's talk about the season that you're currently in. I know I mentioned you as a junior last year. You guys had a pretty good year last year. You won 17 games. You've only won about half of that this year. So tell me about what you think about this season.
We've had some ups and downs. I feel like there's just, one little thing we can fix, and it will fix everything. I feel like we have a lot of talent between all the girls. We just need to figure out how to put it all together.
You have O'Fallon today. This is a team that beat you earlier in the year, so I'm guessing you want to pay back?
Yes.
You have Alton coming up in the playoffs. That was a team that you beat earlier in the year. Are you looking forward to the playoffs and looking forward to the challenge that Alton's going to bring?
Yeah, that's going to be a very good game because we want to get our redemption for the loss.
Brianna Wellen, thank you very much for the visit. Good luck in the future.
Thank you.
That is Bree Wellen, your third baseman for your Collinsville Lady Kahok softball team. We'll take a break here on the Cafe Agape pregame show. When we come back, starting lineups for both teams coming your way, that and more, all coming up next on the Kahok Sports Network.
Cafe Agape serves up some of the best sandwiches, burgers, pork steaks, meatloaf, fish, and more in Collinsville. And yes, they still cater. Wedding receptions, luncheons, business meetings, and much more. And Cafe Agape is your destination for all of your holiday and party favorites, both main courses as well as delicious sides. Cafe Agape in Collinsville is the only place to pick up a Kahok sandwich or dog and the new Flamin' Kahok sandwich. Cafe Agape, check them out at 703 St. Louis Road. Give them a call at 345-CAFE. That's 345-2233. And don't forget to tell them Stewie sent you.
And once again, we welcome you back to the Collinsville Sports Complex. I got to adjust the camera here now that we've done all the festivities for Senior Day. Looks like I got both foul poles in there. Dun, 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 dun. Close. All right, that'll be about as close as I'm going to get it. All right, so back to regular stuff here. Collinsville, they come into this thing with a record of 8-16 overall. They are 3-8 in Southwestern Conference play, and O'Fallon comes in at 12-12. They are 4-5 in Southwestern Conference play. Without further ado, here are your starting lineups. We will begin with O'Fallon. They'll be up to the plate first. We'll go through Collinsville's when they come up to bat. For O'Fallon, leading off will be Reagan Heffley. She'll play right field and bat first. Malia Robertson batting second and playing center field. E.J. Collins is the catcher and batting third. Maya Robinson in the cleanup spot for the Panthers. She's playing first base. Batting fifth is Riley Brannon. She'll be doing the pitching today for O'Fallon as well. Madison Ecker is batting in the number 6 hole and playing left field. Marin Gonski is playing third base and batting seventh. Emma Janning playing shortstop and batting eighth. And Lexi Schloor is playing second base and batting ninth. Defensively for Collinsville, you will find Maddie Harris in left field, Lexi Rafalowski in center, Katie Bardwell is in right field, Brianna Wellen Our pregame guest at third base, Briley Anderton at shortstop. Maya Clark at second base, Alex Jakic at first base. Mackenzie Young is behind the plate, and Marissa Thomas will be in the pitcher's circle today for Collinsville. Marissa comes in with a record of 3-14. This is her 18th start. She is in her 23rd game and brings with her a 5.11 earned run average. And the first person that she will face is going to be Reagan Heffley in right field. Reagan comes in batting something or other. It's on here somewhere, isn't it? No? There it is. 351. 13 runs batted in. First pitch is right down the middle. And we're glad that you're with us here on the Kahok Sports Network. Say hello to Chris Kettler on the other microphone. What's up, Chris?
Hello, everybody. It's a beautiful day here in Collinsville. Got some softball for you. It's senior day. All that festivities are now over. We're ready to play.
We are. And it's a pop fly. This one's in to deep shortstop, and coming up with it is Briley Anderton, and that's how we begin with a little pop-up on the infield. And there is one away.
Now batting for the Panthers, the center fielder, number 2.
Easy way to start. This little pop fly, foul back on it there, and makes the catch.
Leah Robertson comes in. She leads the team with 16 stolen bases on the year. She's batting .441, a couple of home runs and 9 runs batted in. And looks at one outside, ball one. It's hot up here just, standing here. I could imagine out there playing.
No, this is nothing.
I know.
These softball players.
I know. It's just, it's just a little bit too soon. Your bodies aren't used to it yet because what did we have the heat on last Thursday, and here we are with the air conditioner on this Thursday, right?
Yeah, I saw someone said spring. It was a great 2 days.
It was a great 2 days. 1 ball, 1 strike to count to Malia Robertson, the center fielder for O'Fallon. Next pitch coming up from Thomas. Swinging a foul ball over our heads here in the press box, and it's 1 ball and 2 strikes to the number 2 hitter for O'Fallon, Malia Robertson. Offensively for O'Fallon this year, they've coaxed 41 walks out of opposing pitchers. That's good for about 1.8 per game. There's one on the outside. That'll even the count at 2-2. The Panthers have struck out 91 times this year. That's good for almost 4 a game, 3.9 per game, and they have 30 stolen bases, averaging just a little over 1 stolen base per contest. Next pitch from Thomas on the way. That one's inside, and the count's full.
Very easily could have let it hit her as she kind of stepped up in the box, avoided it, stay up here to bat with full count.
Stands with her toes almost touching the chalk line right next to home plate. Thomas ready with a 3-2 pitch. And here it comes. Outside, we have our first base runner. And it comes via the free pass. You have to limit those in this game if you want a chance to win this game. These two teams did meet earlier in the year, back on April the 12th. O'Fallon won that game 12-7. Here is E.J. Collins. Collins on the year, batting .444, 1 home run, 15 runs batted in. And the first pitch is on the inside corner for a called strike. And again, have to keep your eye on Malia Robertson down there at first base. She has 16 stolen bases on the year.
Let's see if O'Fallon wants to get the run game going and get a run in here.
Swinging a foul ball back to the screen. 0-2. Thomas comes in having issued 35 walks, so that was her 36th standing down at first base, and 52 strikeouts. She has hit 11 batters this year as well. Next pitch on the way to Collins. Swing and a miss, and she struck out. Runner goes. Throw is not in time. So Robertson picks up her 17th stolen base, and there's a runner at second with 2 away.
Now batting for the Panthers, the first baseman, number 12, Maya Robertson.
Well, Thomas got ahead of that batter there, Collins, and stayed ahead, get the strikeout, and now all you got to do is worry about this hitter here and not worry about the runner on second base.
Maya Robinson fouls one out of play, comes in batting .362, does Maya. 4 home runs, that leads the team, and 15 runs batted in. That ties her with E.J. Collins, who just struck out for the team lead. Well, Fallon, they're coming off of a 10-7 win yesterday over Nashville. Swing and a miss at a pitch high. 0-2, and Thomas 1 strike away from getting out of this inning and stranding a runner. O'Fallon, coached by Jamie Corbier. It's her first year. O'Fallon and Collinsville come in averaging about the same runs per game at 6.9, 6.8. Swinging a high pop fly, and in the outfield it goes. Maddie Harris in foul territory makes the catch, and that is the way that the first half inning comes to a close. So a runner left on base, no hits, and no errors committed in the inning as well. We will head to the home half of the first inning. Collinsville will get their first look coming to the plate, and we'll tell you all about it in just a moment here on the Kahok Sports Network.
Code 3 Barbecue Supply, home of Code 3 Spices, is first responder owned by proud Kahok alums. Located at 302 East Main Street, Code 3 Barbecue Supply is your home for one-of-a-kind everything barbecue headquarters, providing the best American-made barbecue grills, smokers, rubs, sauces, accessories, and cooking expertise from professional barbecue experts. Code 3 Spices provides award-winning rubs and sauces and donates 25 cents a unit sold to first responder and military organizations to aid the fallen and assist with suicide prevention and PTSD awareness. Stop on by. See the guys at Code 3 Barbecue Supply for all of your cooking and grilling needs. Code 3 Barbecue Supply, home of the Memphis in May first place world champion Patriot sauce. Learn more about their products and mission in giving back to those who serve at code3spices.com.
And once again, welcome back to the Collinsville Sports Complex here on the western side of Collinsville. Right down the street from the FanDuel racetrack, formerly known as Fairmont. That was a busy place this past Saturday with the Kentucky Derby. Oh, that horse come out of nowhere or what?
Yeah, basically barely got in there 5 minutes before the
deadline. Yeah, I know. I remember seeing that story as well. That was fun. My stepdaughter bet $25 for that horse to win. She ended up winning $1,200.
There you go.
Yeah.
Just could have been that smart.
I know, huh? All right. Collinsville's lineup looks like this. Lexi Rafalowski will lead things off and play center field. Mackenzie Young batting second and doing the catching. Briley Anderton, the shortstop, batting third. Alex Jakic holding in the cleanup spot, playing first base. Brianna Wellen batting in the 5-hole and playing third base. Maya Clark is hitting sixth and playing second. Emma Hilton is the designated player today, She'll be batting for the pitcher, Marissa Thomas. Katie Bardwell is in right field batting eighth, and Maddie Harris is in left field and batting ninth. And Rafalowski looks at one outside. And for Lexi, she comes in batting .385 with 6 runs batted in. Leads the team in the stolen base department with 25 on the year. And the pitch from Riley Brannon is another one that is outside. Brannon in her 12th game. This is her 5th start. She has 1 complete game under her belt and comes in with a record of 4-3, 27 and a third innings pitched, 28 runs, and she has an earned run average of 7.17 and has given up 5 home runs on the year. Couple of those, matter of fact, let's see, 4 home runs Collinsville hit against O'Fallon in that game back on April the 12th, but Collinsville lost that game 12-7. There were a total of 6 home runs combined in that game by the two teams. Rafalowski takes a walk. That's almost as good as a base hit and maybe a double when you're talking about putting Rafalowski on.
You're talking about the last game, hitting some home runs, so getting some runners on base. And from in front of them could be a big key.
Here is Mackenzie Young, the catcher for Collinsville, comes in batting .444, couple of home runs, 17 runs batted in. She had 2 home runs in that game back on April the 12th.
There you go. This is definitely the one you want to get a runner on in front of then.
Yeah, especially against a pitcher who's given up 5. We'll fill in the defense here for you in just a moment. Avery Roast for Collinsville has given up 11 home runs on the year, and there is Lexi doing her thing, stolen base.
Wind is blowing out.
Not much of a wind. We would all appreciate some of the wind we had a couple of weeks ago right now, but you know how that happens when it gets hot. Not in this area.
The first day it was hot, it was really windy.
Yeah. Pitch in low to Mackenzie Young. Defensively for O'Fallon, you'll have Madison Ecker in left field, Malia Robertson in center, Reagan Heffley is in right field. Marin Gonski's at third base. Emma Jannings at short. Lexi Schloer is at second. Maya Robinson at first. Told you about Riley Brannon, and that ball is foul. She's in the pitcher circle, and behind the plate is E.J. Collins for O'Fallon. 2-2 the count. Runner at second base, no one out. We're in the bottom of the first.
Last one was a bit of a chopper. Almost popped it up over the third baseman's head, but it did go foul.
Brannon ready with a 2-2 pitch. Here it comes. Swinging a base hit out into left field, and Jakic is going to be stopped at third base, or excuse me, Rafalowski is going to be stopped at first base, and on her way to second on the throw is Mackenzie Young, so we'll give her a single. And she takes second on the throw, and we have runners on the corners, and no one out. And Collinsville's big hitter, Riley Anderton, coming up. She is tearing up the ball this year, comes in batting .593. That's the third best batting average in all of the Metro East area.
I believe she's way up there for probably the team in a season.
Yeah, probably getting there. Yeah, she has 43 runs batted in on the year, 11 home runs.
Heard her talking about it as I was walking through.
Swinging a foul ball straight back. 1 ball, 1 strike to count.
Not sure what that record is. It might be in that book over there. I'll have to look it up.
Collinsville has runners on second and third, not runners on the corners.
Yeah, because Young just kept on going as the throw went into home.
Pitch and a little slow roller to third base, and the play is going to come home. Rafalowski's caught in a rundown. Here she comes trying to score, and
she got around the tag.
Is out.
Ooh.
Got her on the back shoulder just at the last moment before she tried to go into home plate with a little half slide, half dip. And there's one away, but the runners are still at second and third.
Did a good job staying elusive and then getting her momentum towards the home plate. Good chance to score, but Fallon just got her out.
Would that play go 5-2-6 with the shortstop covering and then back to 2, right? 5-2-6-2?
5-2-6-2 sounds good.
Yeah. So 1 away. And here is Alex Jakic. Alex coming in batting .453, 9 runs batted in, 1 home run. Speaking of Alex Jakic and Mackenzie Young, those are the only 2 seniors I did not get a chance to talk to in the pregame show, so they're both going to come up and join me in the postgame show after this one's over with.
Missed out on that. We had quite a few rainouts for softball.
Yeah, well, that's why I haven't been able to get to all of them. Same thing with the baseball team. Here comes the 2-0, swinging a high fly ball. This one's on the infield. Janning, the shortstop, calls for it right behind the pitcher circle, and she brings it in, and there are 2 away. I would hate for Collinsville to have runners at second and third and nobody out and not get a run out of this.
Yeah, with the big bats coming up, first 2 batters did their job. Then a rundown and a pop-up.
Here is Brianna Wellen, our pregame guest, batting .417 on the year, 21 runs batted in. And she looks at 1 low. And Bree has 2 home runs on the year. She had 1 of those against O'Fallon in that game on April the 12th. Next pitch on the way. A little high and outside, 2-0. We're in the bottom of the first. No score, 2 outs, 2-0 the count to Wellen. Here's the pitch. That one's a called strike. They looked a little high and tight.
Not much you could have done with that one. Just let that one go, take a strike.
Yeah, if you don't like it, don't swing at it. Here's the next pitch, swing and a miss. So 2-2, and Riley Brannon is 1 pitch away from getting out of a 2-on, nobody out situation with no runs being scored. Wellen trying to change that, swinging a little slow roller that gets past third and short. Here's 1 run. They're going to hold up the runner at third, and Anderton will have to stop there, but Mackenzie Young comes home, and Collinsville strikes first, and it's 1-0 in favor of the Kahawks on an RBI base hit by Brianna Wellen.
Nice little poke out there, past third baseman and the shortstop. Didn't try to do too much with it. Gets the run in.
So now runners are on the corners, and there are still 2 outs, but Collinsville has a run. And a swing and a high fly ball. This one's going to get out of play over the visitors' dugout. So 2 hits and a walk in the inning have produced 1 run. Here is Maya Clark, and another foul ball out of play. Clark on the year batting .292, 1 home run herself, and 13 runs batted in. And the next pitch outside. One ball, 2 strikes to count to Maya Clark. Anderton over at third, Wellen on at first. Collinsville has 1 run home, and here comes the pitch. Swinging another fly ball. This one's going to stay in the park, and at second base, Lexi Schlor ranges over into foul territory and takes care of out number 3, and that's the way the inning comes to a close, but Collinsville picks up a run on 2 base hits and 2 runners left on base. We head to the top of the second inning. O'Fallon coming up for their second plate appearance, and we'll be back to tell you all about it here in just a moment on the Kahok Sports Network.
The Junior Service Club of Collinsville has been a proud supporter of KahokSports.com and the Kahok Sports Network from day one. Since 1934, the Junior Service Club of Collinsville has been providing women in the community an opportunity to make a difference with fundraisers and projects, all that go towards helping the needy in Collinsville. If you would like any information on any event sponsored by the Collinsville Junior Service Club, head to Facebook, type in Collinsville Junior Service Club, and then click on the event tab. We thank the Collinsville Junior Service Club for their continued support of the Kahok Sports Network and KahokSports.com.
Do you have a big land improvement project that requires some outside help? Call Petroff Trucking Company. The Petroff Companies have been shaping the metro area since 1975. Family owned and operated, Petroff Trucking Company can do the job and do it right. Hauling, excavating, and grading, they do that and more. Petroff Companies also has roll-off dumpster rentals. They also specialize in dirt and rock sales. Petroff Trucking Company can help you develop your land for your needs. Petroff Trucking Company. Check out their website, petrofftrucking.com, or give them a call, 618-797-6100. Petroff Trucking Company, shaping the metro area since 1975.
Todd Duke, Chris Kettler back with you from the Collinsville Sports Complex, as Collinsville has 1 home game left on the schedule after today, and that'll be against Granite City. I believe they have a trip to Triad tomorrow. Swinging a high fly ball, and bat goes Maddie Harris, and she couldn't quite get there. That was off the bat of Riley Brannon, the pitcher. And Brannon starts off with a leadoff double to greet Marissa Thomas here in the top of the second.
Harris had enough sense that I knew it was carrying to go back, but she just couldn't find it.
No, she couldn't. She got all twisted up. Brannon, by the way, came into that at bat batting .368 with 9 runs batted in and a home run. She'll be pinch ran for
28.
I won't have a 28. You know, they said Avery Roast and Kylie Nesbitt were the 2 subs that were here, and now they put a girl out there running that they didn't even announce. All right, here is Madison Ecker. Ecker swings at the first pitch she sees, a little off-speed delivery, and she was a little late in pulling the trigger on that one, was Ecker. And Ecker comes in batting .306, 8 runs batted in on the year. She has a runner at second base and nobody out. Collinsville leading 1-0, but that lead already in jeopardy here in the top of the second. There's a swing and a foul straight back to the screen.
A 28. No, there's no 28 on this either.
Yeah. I have the roster I printed off the STL, and there's no 28 on it.
Yeah, that's what I brought up. I don't have that.
No. Happens in high school sports quite often. Next pitch from Thomas on the way. Swinging another pop fly. This one's going to be playable. Jakic at first base in foul territory. Hauls it in for the out. 1 away. Runner stays at second base. And here is Marin Gonski Gonski on the year batting .367, 5 runs batted in. She has an RBI opportunity with a runner at second and 1 out. Thomas from the circle, ready. Here it is. Put a little spin on that ball, and that ball stays high and outside. JV game got started a little late as well because all the JV girls are over here taking part in the Senior Day celebration. So just a little bit behind on both counts, but nevertheless, we'll hang out with you until it's over with. Baseball game is being played at Belleville East today. Those are already underway. Soccer was supposed to play at Edwardsville today, but they moved that game to tomorrow, so the girls from both soccer teams can take part in the Southwestern Conference girls track meet. Hopefully Mr. Zach Roseman is all over that, and we'll post the results when it's done.
It was the sectional. It was all the way in Danville.
Oh, yeah.
They left at school at 9 o'clock this morning, though. To go to that, that's a whole football team played in Danville in 2010.
Yeah.
In the playoffs.
1 ball, 2 strikes to count to Marin Gonski. Runner at second, 1 out. Here's the next pitch from Thomas. Swing and a miss. Down on strikes goes Gonski. Second strikeout of the game for Thomas. And after a leadoff double by Riley Brannon, back-to-back outs. Collinsville 1 out away from getting out of this inning with no damage done. Here is Emma Janning. Janning on the year. 8 runs batted in, 1 home run, batting .333 on the season. Thomas's pitch. Swinging a high fly ball. Lexi Rafalowski's going back, and she's there with the catch. Steady Eddie out in center field is Lexi Rafalowski, and she proved that point right there as O'Fallon ends up stranding a leadoff double. And Collinsville still out to that 1-0 lead. They'll try to add on to it as we come back with action in the bottom of the second, and we'll do that next on the Kahok Sports Network.
Pace Design and Construction in Maryville. Whether building a new home, making an addition to the home you currently own, or finally getting around to that remodeling job you've been putting off, Pace Design and Construction in Maryville can help. Pace Design and Construction is a building and remodeling contractor you can trust. They provide the highest quality, they are dedicated to their customers, and are committed to completing your project on time and within budget. Pace Design and Construction in Maryville. Give them a call at 618-407-5466, online at pacedesignconstruct.com, or on Facebook at Pace Construction Design.
Todd Duke, Chris Keller back with you from the Collinsville Sports Complex. Bottom of the second inning, 1-0 in favor of Collinsville.
The Kahawks, the designated player, number 1, Emma Hilton.
There is Emma Hilton that'll lead things off here for Collinsville to be the bottom 3 in the order. Hilton, Katie Bardwell, and Maddie Harris. Hilton on the year batting .270. 1 run batted in. Riley Brannon back in the circle, and a little swipe at the ball outside, and a swing and a miss by Emma Hilton, the designated player today, batting for the pitcher Marissa Thomas. They're playing real shallow for Hilton. If she can get a hold of one, she might be off to the races, but she's going to bunt. It's going to go right back to the pitcher, over to first base, out number 1.
Going to bunt it, you want to bunt it and have it die down a bit more, but if that one just went straight to the pitcher, no problems getting that out for O'Fallon.
That'll bring up Katie Bardwell, the right fielder. Bardwell, the sophomore, comes in batting .207, 1 home run on the year. That was a grand slam. 11 runs batted in for young Miss Bardwell. Zach Roseman says he couldn't find the number 28 on Max Prep's O'Fallon roster as well, so we're at a loss, but that's okay. Not our fault. Here comes the 1-0. That's right down the middle, 1-1. Bardwell from the right side awaits the next pitch. Here it is, swinging a foul ball back to the screen. Kind of glad that screen's there. That would have been like 5 times I would have been hit already. Or we would have had some broken windows, one of the two.
Good, sturdy chain link screen.
Yeah.
Done its job.
1-2 pitch. High. 2-2. Riley Brannon in the pitcher's circle, ready with a 2-2 to Bardwell. Here it is, swinging a foul ball. Just got a piece of it.
Almost wish you didn't. Swung through it and could go running down to first base. Might be able to reach like that. She'll dig back in here.
So we'll do it all over again. Another 2-2 pitch on the way. Swinging a foul down the third base line.
Really cutting in on her there. Bardwell did a good job fighting that one off.
Nice crowd on hand for senior day. Folks are sitting on those hot aluminum bleachers. Another 2-2 pitch, swing and a miss, and down on strikes is Bardwell. First strikeout of the afternoon for Brannon. Brannon came in on the year, 23 strikeouts to 13 walks. Here is Maddie Harris, and the first pitch to Maddie is high. Maddie on the year batting .269, 1 home run, 10 runs batted in. And the next delivery is high and outside. Trying to get on base in front of leadoff hitter Lexi Rafalowski. 2-0. That's the count to Maddie Harris. Here's the pitch. Another one up high, 3-0. Take the walk. Here's the pitch. Right down the middle, taken all the way. 3-1 the count to the left fielder, Maddie Harris. Next delivery, another swing and a miss. And we went from 3-0 to a full count.
Yeah, Harris goes chasing one in the dirt. Could have been ball 4.
Payoff pitch. A little slow roller to the shortstop. Janning is up with it and over. And that was a 1-2-3 inning for Collinsville as we now head to the top of the third inning. But the Kahawks still lead this one right now by a score of 1-0. And we're back with the top of the third inning. That'll be coming your way here in just a moment on the Kahawk Sports Network. Just because you can cut your own hair doesn't mean you should. The Shop, a great place in Collinsville for men and boys haircuts, is where you should take your hair. The Shop is owned and operated by Collinsville High School graduates Danny Kress and Jody Neiman and is located at 103 South Seminary Street in Uptown Collinsville. The Shop isn't just another place to get a haircut, as Danny and Jody take great joy in getting to know their clients and look forward to turning those clients into friends. When you sit in a stylish chair at the Shop, Jody and Danny pride themselves on getting to know you well enough to say the usual. So, men and boys, if you're tired of the same old cookie-cutter approach to haircuts, check out Danny and Jody at the Shop. You may just walk out with not only a fantastic cut, but you may also walk out with a friend or two. The Shop in Collinsville, 618-772-7175. No appointment necessary. The Shop, 103 South Seminary in Uptown Collinsville. Back here at the Collinsville Sports Complex, I'm Todd Duke. Chris Kettler on the other microphone. We're glad that you're with us here on the Kahawk Sports Network for Senior Day. Right now, Collinsville in front 1-0 as we enter the top of the third. Bottom of the order, Lexi Schlor, and then back to the top of the order, and Reagan Heffley and Malia Robertson to face Marissa Thomas here. Lexi Schlor comes in batting .235 with 3 runs batted in, looks at one inside, ball 1.
Allen stranded a couple runners on second base. First 2 innings, lead off double last inning, went nowhere.
Thomas ready with another. Swing and a miss. Took a little off of that one, and Schlor was well out in front. Kahok's, by the way, coming off a 14-3 loss at Belleville East on Tuesday. That came on the heels of a 19-0 win over East St. Louis last week. And that win over the Flyers snapped a 6-game losing streak. Here's the 1-1. Little bunt, and it's going to go, well, Anderton thought Wellen was going to go get it, and Wellen let it go, so Anderton can get it, and neither one got it. And on at first base with a bunt single is Lexi Schlor.
Well, Anderton went to cover second as Clark came charging in for it there, and that was Schlor to reach.
Back to the top of the order, and Reagan Heffley, who popped up to Anderton her first time up. This one's going to be trouble. That was in no man's land. Bardwell was on the move, but that ball was just one of those little Texas League bloopers that found its way in. And back-to-back base hits have put the runners on first and second with nobody out here for O'Fallon. Here is Malia Robertson, who walked her first time up.
Stole second and got stranded there back in the first. But there wasn't a lot on there by Heffley, so Bardwell couldn't get to it on time.
Players are coming in for a bunt, especially at the corners. Jakic and Wellen. Ball was a strike. So 0-1 the count to Robertson. Baseball team trailing at Belleville East right now 1-0 in the third. Here is the 0-1 to Robertson, and now she squares around to bunt. She did go around, the umpire says, so 0-2 on the O'Fallon Panthers center fielder. Well, I tell you what, Belleville East has got a good baseball team, and Collinsville almost pulled it out the other day. They lost 3-2. Kahok's had a 2-0 lead and let it get away from them. All 3 runs for Belleville East came in 1 inning. Here's the pitch. Robertson swings. High fly ball, center field. Lexi Rafalowski is there and has it for the out.
There you go. Steady there in center. Didn't have to move too much. Had it played pretty perfectly.
Yeah.
The catcher, number 6.
So the runners stay put, and here is E.J. Collins, a strikeout victim her first time up. Collinsville would like to get a double play to end this inning. As Collins goes down and has a little trouble with something.
But as for the baseball team leading some of these conference teams, they've done that in several games and had found ways to give it back and end up losing. So hopefully they can turn that around in postseason time.
If I'm not mistaken, because I wasn't at the game, I believe 2 of the runs of the 3 came in, one on a wild pitch and one on a bases loaded walk.
Yeah, so just saw in the stats there was quite a few walks. So hearing that doesn't surprise me.
Next pitch on the way to E.J. Collins. Here it is. Swing and a miss. 1-1. Belleville East is who Collinsville will face in the regional semifinal here in a couple of weeks. That was a nice job saving that ball from going back to the screen by Mackenzie Young. That was inside. Runners on first and second here. Lexi Schlor got on with a bunt single. Reagan Heffley, a straight up single. Malia Robertson flew out. And here is Collins. High fly ball. Bardwell's underneath it in right field. She has it. And tagging from second base. On her way to third is Schlor. And she'll be there with 2 outs. Heffley stayed put at first base, so runners on the corners.
First baseman.
Yeah, you're not going to test the right fielder for an out at second base. That would have been too easy.
Yeah.
Almost thought Schlor could have left a step early, but Cats aren't going to check that.
There is Maya Robinson, who flew out too. Maddie Harris in her only at bat thus far, and that one hits the inside corner for a called strike. So Thomas and company just a couple of strikes or one more out away from getting out of this inning after the first 2 reached. Here's the pitch. Swinging a foul ball back over our heads, and now we are 1 strike away from accomplishing that feat. Couple of words from Jamie Corbier, the head coach, down the third base line to Maya Robertson. That conversation's over. Thomas is ready. Here's the pitch. Swinging a foul ball out of play. Off to the right side.
Yeah, we need a ball. They've all been fouled away. So nothing going to happen on the field until we find at least one of them.
Umpire says, we're out of balls.
Here we go.
Nothing in two, the count to Maya Robinson. Got a Robertson and a Robinson. Runners on the corners, 2 outs. 0-2 the count. Thomas brings it home. Up high. Runner goes down to second. No tag there, and Anderton cut it off, thinking that Schlor might want to come home from third, but that did not take place. Second stolen base on the afternoon for O'Fallon. And it's 1 ball and 2 strikes to count to Robinson. Thomas is ready with the pitch. Here it comes. Swinging a pop fly. This one's in trouble land as well. Bardwell's on the move, and she makes the catch. Well, I tell you what, Katie Bardwell had a lot of room to cover, and she covered it in perfect time.
She knew she had to come in charging hard of that one, or it was going to be 2 runs. It was a good job getting to that one.
So 2 hits in the inning, but both of those runners are stranded. And Collinsville living dangerously here as they come up to take their chance here in the bottom of the third. And we'll be back to tell you all about that in just a moment here on the Kahok Sports Network.
Hi, Purple and White fans. This is Dan Mode, class of 1989. I'm with New American Funding. Myself and New American Funding are proud sponsors of Kahok Athletics. As we have great coaches at CHS on all the courts, fields, and tracks, we like to coach you through the home buying process and refinance process. If there's ever anything we can do, I can be reached at 618-973-5343 or www.danmodeloans.com. Let's support our student athletes at CHS. They deserve the best. Thank you for your time, and go Kahawks.
Plumbing or electrical problems? Is your AC or heater on the fritz? There are dozens of companies out there, but do you really know who you're letting in your home? Trust Tiger. Our technicians are clean-cut, drug-free, and background checked. What other company can make this bold statement? Our 24-hour emergency service will ensure your plumbing, heating, AC, and electric are up and running no matter what time of day it is. Schedule your appointment today. Tiger Plumbing, Heating, Air Conditioning, and Electrical Services. We earn our stripes every day.
Todd Duke, Chris Kettler back with you from the Collinsville Sports Complex. Back to the top of the order for Collinsville. And Lexi Rafalowski will lead things off. Lexi received a walk, stole second, made it to third on a base hit by Mackenzie Young, but then was thrown out trying to come home on a base hit by, or a fielder's choice, by Riley Anderton. 1-0 the count to Rafalowski. Pitch from Brandon on the way. A little slap shot down the third base line and a quick throw by Marin Gonski over to first base. She didn't waste any time at all, did she?
Good snag by the first baseman to stay with that one. It was
The catcher,
a little bit to her left.
Young.
To her left.
There is Mackenzie Young. Young singled and scored the only run of this game back in the first. First pitch to her is outside and high. Ball 1. Flag out in center field is kind of just hanging out. Not much of a wind at all. That hits the inside corner. That'll even the count at 1-1. See our athletic director, Clay Smith, and the superintendent, Dr. Brad Skirdish, all the way down the third base line. Taking in the sights of this one as that pitch misses outside and low. 2-1 the count to Mackenzie Young. Riley Anderton waits on deck. 1 out in the inning. We're in the bottom of the third. Collinsville leads 1-0. 2 games left on the season for Collinsville against Triad and Granite City. And then we'll look ahead at postseason play where Collinsville will get to take on Alton this year at Edwardsville. We'll have that game for you, but because it's the Edwardsville District 7 Sports Complex, the stuff that I'm using right now to bring you this game doesn't work out there, so we'll be doing that one on the phone and on Facebook. Be a busy week for me, man. Here's the 2-2. Swinging a drive right into the glove. Good dive out to her right by Emma Janning at shortstop. And there are 2 away.
Heck of a dive there to stay with that one. Got the ball in her glove. Great play.
Yeah, that Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday I'll be busy. Boys volleyball playoff on Monday. Softball playoff on Tuesday. Baseball playoff on Wednesday. Here is Briley Anderton. Anderton reached on a fielder's choice her first time up and was stranded at third. She swings and misses the first pitch, and she has got an opportunity to break the all-time record for the best average in a season for the Lady Kahawks.
Yeah, the record is 2010 Kate Mays, 556. And she said she's at 590 something?
593 when she came into this game. That was a foul ball down the third base line.
Pretty good chance at home run record is 12.
Yeah, she's got 11.
Cassidy Smith at 12 home runs, so there's that also. RBI record is Rachel Scrum, 57.
Anderton's got 43. Rachel Scrum is now Rachel Whitener, 4th grade teacher at Kreitner.
It's Kate Mays that had the average one. She's all over this thing. Stolen bases, runs, hits.
1 ball, 2 strikes to count to Anderton. Here's the pitch. It's a strike called. That was high and outside, and I don't think Anderton's very happy about it, and I don't think that Coach Schmittling is very happy about it as well. But the inning comes to a close. Back-to-back, 1, 2, 3 innings by Riley Brandon and the O'Fallon Lady Panthers. So we will quickly head to the top of the 4th inning. Collinsville still clinging to a 1-0 lead, and we're back to tell you all about the 4th inning after a brief timeout here on the Kahawk Sports Network.
All Pro Tees in Caseyville is your place for custom apparel and has been for over 20 years now. Why? All Pro Tees can handle any size project, big or small, and they specialize in large group orders. At All Pro Tees, quality is number 1 on their list of priorities, as is evident by their excellent customer service. Did we mention All Pro Tees has over 20 years of experience? They can even help with fundraisers and event merchandising for your group. So for all of your apparel needs, for civic groups, sports teams, business outings, or even a family reunion, your apparel needs stop at All Pro Tees. All Pro Tees in Caseyville, right across the street from Kahawk Stadium. Online at allprotees.com or on Facebook at All Pro Tees. Or call All Pro Tees at 344-2200.
Drink it in. Powerful, vibrant, nutrient-rich fuel for healthy, active, experience-rich lives. So you can be your best self, live your best life, and rule the day.
Pitcher versus pitcher here as we get underway in the top of the 4th inning. Marissa Thomas in the circle to Riley Brannon, who just recorded back-to-back 1, 2, 3 innings in her part of the pitcher's circle. She doubled and was stranded in the 2nd inning. Led off that inning with a double and was stranded. Matter of fact, the last 2 innings, O'Fallon has got the leadoff runners on and could not bring them home. That one's inside, and Thomas is behind 2-0. Middle of the lineup here, Brannon, followed by Madison Ecker and Marin Gonski. Thomas brings the 2-0 home. That one's a strike. Of course, told you that's the following week where we have volleyball, softball, and baseball playoffs on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Next week, we start the playoff run with girls soccer on Tuesday from Kahawk Stadium.
Yep, soccer gets started a week earlier.
Yeah, they'll be playing Alton as well.
Softball team drew Alton. They got to play in Edwardsville.
Yep.
That's the Bermuda Triangle for Todd's Equipment.
Yep, it is. 2-2 the count. to Riley Brannon. Swinging a shot right past Wellen, and then Anderton tried to glove it, but it hits off of her ankle and stays put on the infield dirt. And Brannon has her second base hit of the afternoon.
Mystery runner going to come back.
Yeah. 4 hits now on the afternoon for O'Fallon. That'll bring up Madison Ecker, who popped up in foul territory to Alex Jakic, her first time up.
Runner on base for the 4th straight inning for O'Fallon. Haven't brought anybody in the first 3.
And this is the 3rd straight inning that the leadoff batter has been on base. Ecker from the right side awaits the first pitch from Thomas. Here it comes. Bunt. Slow roller. Back to the mound. Thomas picks it up, throws over to first base in time for the out. Down to second is Brannon.
Clark had to get over there to cover at first. Just got there in time.
Third baseman, number 11, Marin Gansky.
1 away, runner at second. Gonski comes up to the plate. Marin was a strikeout victim her first time up. Thomas wouldn't mind doing that again. Here's the pitch. Outside, ball 1. I know Dr. Skirtich has got to look presentable when he has his day, man, but I'm, out here in this sun, I'd at least roll up my sleeves. He's got the long sleeve white dress shirt on and a tie. I'd be like, that's got to go.
Must have came straight from the office.
Probably.
No time to change.
2-0 now the count to Marin Gonski. Thomas brings home another. Swinging a foul ball out of play over on the first base side. 2-1 the count. Two-one. That's the count. 1-0 is the game. Collinsville has the 1-run lead. Here's the next pitch. That one's up high, 3-1. Gonski digs back in from the right side. Thomas from the circle brings home the 3-1. Swinging a high fly ball. On the move is Katie Bardwell out in right field. She has it. And no advance by the runner. She better get that ball back in there. Held on to that ball a little bit too long, but 2 away.
Just got under that one, popped it up enough. Easy one for one of the outfielders to get up under that one.
There is Emma Janning, who flew out to Lexi Rafalowski in center field her first time up. Thomas ready. Here's the pitch. Strike on the outside corner. Collinsville trying to make O'Fallon strand their 3rd straight leadoff runner. Last inning, the first 2 reached. And we're left stranded. Here's the 0-1. Swinging a little pop fly. That one's going to be caught by Maya Clark at second base. And another stranded runner for O'Fallon. And we will now head to the home half of the 4th inning. Collinsville clinging to that 1-0 lead. Boy, it'd be nice if they could add some runs onto that lead and make things just a little bit more palatable around here. We'll be back to tell you all about that inning in just a moment here on the Kahok Sports Network.
Are the lights on your dashboard putting on a show? Bring it to Mike's Automotive in Collinsville. Mike's Automotive is also a T3 certified tire center. They can handle all of the basics like oil changes and tune-ups and the not-so-basics like complete engine rebuilds. Mike's Automotive also has 24-hour towing and has 3 locations, Millstadt, St. Louis, and in Collinsville. The Collinsville location is at 1150 St. Louis Road, just blocks from the high school. Or call 345-0611, online at mikesautomotive.net and Mike's Automotive on Facebook.
Pack Mail of Collinsville, locally owned and operated by Ryan Combs. Pack Mail can ship anything, anywhere. They treat you like a neighbor because, well, you are a neighbor. Pack Mail offers shipping materials and containers, private mailboxes, as well as climate-controlled self-storage. Visit Pack Mail at 407 Beltline Road in Collinsville. Online, We ship stlouis.com or call Pack Mail at 346-4884.
Alex Jakic will lead things off here in the bottom of the fourth inning. Just got word at Belleville East. The Kahawks have taken the lead in the baseball game there between Collinsville and Belleville East. 3-1. Collinsville with the bases loaded. That game's in the fourth inning right now. All right. Alex Jakic popped up to shortstop her first time up. And that one goes over her head. 2-0. It'll be Jakic, Wellen, and Clark here in the bottom of the fourth for Collinsville. Kahawks scored a run in the first inning, and that's been the only run of this game thus far. Pitched by Brannon outside. Ball 3.
She's been getting that call. Umpire doesn't give it to her that time.
Next pitch on the way. I'd take it the whole way, and she does. And 4 straight pitches out of the strike zone. And Jakic is on at first base. Second walk issued by Brannon.
Third baseman, number 27,
And here is Brianna Wellen. And Bree has the only RBI thus far in this game with a RBI base hit in the first. That scored Mackenzie Young. And the first pitch to Bree, it bounces about 4 feet in front of home plate.
If not more.
Yeah. That's a guess from my point of view. 1-0 the count.
Didn't go anywhere close.
Nope. Another swing and a base hit, and Wellen hits the ball in the exact same spot, 2 bats in a row. And Wellen is now 2 for 2 on the afternoon, and Collinsville has runners at first and second and nobody out.
The second baseman, number 19,
Just like what she did with it in the first inning.
Yep.
It drove in Young. Let's get the first 2 on here in the fourth.
There is Maya Clark, who popped up in foul territory to Lexi Schlor, the second baseman. And the first pitch, a bunt, and it's foul. Trying to move the runners over. Get them in scoring position for Emma Hilton. That's Clark's job right now, unless Coach Schmittling wants to change that as she flashes the signs in the third base coach's box. Coaches over here for O'Fallon trying to position their fielders. And they are way in center field. Here's the pitch, swing and a miss. I tell you what, Maya Clark probably saw Malia Robertson sneaking in at that center field and wanted to just contact one hard enough to get it over her head. 0-2, here's the pitch. Swinging a comebacker to the mound, over the third, out for one, and that's the only one they're going to get. So Clark reaches on the fielder's choice. Out at third on a 1-5 put out is Jakic. And Wellen down to second. Clark now at first, and here is Emma Hilton. Rounded out to the pitcher her first time up. Emma, the lefty, looks at one outside.
The Kahawks failed to move the runner over. Oh, both runners.
They're looking for a bunt or a swinging bunt as the corners are in, and a little slap swing and a miss there by Hilton. 1 ball, 1 strike to count. Runners on first and second. Wellen's on at second. Clark's on at first. Collinsville leads 1-0. 1 out in the inning. Here's the next pitch, and that was a strike.
Offered at that one.
Yeah, that was way outside.
No chance of making any contact with that.
So now no room for error here for Hilton, and she swings and misses. Down on strikes goes Emma for the second out, and Collinsville looks like they're following the playbook of O'Fallon here and getting runners on early and leaving them stranded, but we have one more opportunity here not to have that happen. And here is Katie Bardwell, a strikeout victim her first time up. And the pitch. Swinging a little shot over the shortstop's head. Out into the outfield. They're going to send home the runner. Here's the throw. It's offline, and Collinsville leads 2-0.
Didn't think they were going to send her, but it got helped out. The throw was way up off the line. Give her an RBI, right?
Yep. Wellen has knocked in a run and now scored a run. Clark down to third. Bardwell took second on the throw. And now runners on second and third, and the first pitch is a little high and tight to Maddie Harris. Harris grounded out to the shortstop, Emma Janning, her first time up. Here's the 1-0. Swinging a foul ball out of play, 1-1. Two more hits in this inning gives Collinsville 4 on the afternoon, and there's a little slow roller right into the glove of Brannon, and the inning comes to a close, but not before Collinsville picks up one more run on a couple of base hits, and they leave 2 runners as well. But they do extend the lead, do the Kahawks, and we will head to the top of the 5th. And Collinsville out front by a score of 2-0.
Collinsville High School alumni Stacy Lauenstein, CHS class of 91, Lisa Bassetto, Sarah Sulke, and Tracy Limp, CHS class of 94, Tony Geisen, CHS class of 96, and Kevin Robinson, CHS class of 99, want to wish all of our Kahawks a great year. We look forward to cheering you on and supporting you. Work hard on the court and the field, as well as in the classroom. Remember, once a Kahawk, always a Kahawk. Hashtag Kahawk Family.
The Collinsville Education Association is a proud supporter of KahawkSports.com and the Kahawk Sports Network. The CEA is your partner as they work to ensure quality education for our children. The CEA advocates excellence and equity in public education and represent over 400 educators in 11 schools in both Madison and St. Clair counties. For more information, you can visit the Collinsville Education Association's Facebook page or the CEA's website at collinsvillecea.org.
Well, we have quickly moved to the top of the 5th. And Collinsville with a 2-0 lead. And a swing and a ball that might stay in play. Whoa. And Jakic makes it right at the fence at the end of the O'Fallon dugout. And one pitch and one out to Alexi Schlor. Back to the top of the order for the Panthers, and Reagan Heffley.
Just thought it was going to be another foul ball off the bat initially, and then it just didn't really carry anywhere at all, and Jakic made the catch.
Yeah, you can't blame the wind. There's really not much of one. Pitch is on the outside corner, called strike to Heffley. Heffley has popped up and singled in this game. She also has a stolen base. So 1 for 2 on the afternoon for the O'Fallon right fielder. Thomas is humming right along here. Here's the next pitch, swinging a pop fly on the infield. On the move, Anderton. Oh, what a nice catch. A diving stop by Briley Anderton, who got a late start and then kind of spun out her wheels there in the dirt, and she got there just in time.
Just in time to make that catch. Had to dive out a bit for it at the very end.
She did just that. Quickly 2 away here, and up to the plate is Malia Robertson with the bases empty. Robertson has walked and has flown out in this game. Fly out was in the 3rd inning to Rafalowski in center. And Thomas looking for her first 1-2-3 inning.
Done a good job. Had only the first walk in the 1st inning and gotten ahead of batters throughout the game.
1 ball, 1 strike, the count to Robertson.
Been able to get out of jams.
Nobody on, 2 away. Next pitch on the way. A bunt. That one, foul ball. Man, that was close to like hitting her hands. 1 ball, 2 strikes, the count now to Robertson.
from where she was in her stance initially, would have been behind her back, and then she squared it up, and it was basically on her hands. And
if the ball wouldn't hit the bat, it would have hit her in the gut.
How she stands in the box here, putting behind her back.
Here's the 1-2. Swinging a foul ball. Back to the screen. She was way late on that swing. That ball came off the bat on the final couple of inches of that swing and went right back to her own dugout. That's almost hard to do for a lefty. Count remains 1 ball, 2 strikes. Here's the next pitch. Another foul. E.J. Collins waits on deck with the shin pads on. She awaits the outcome of her center fielder, Malaya Robertson's at bat. Here's a swing and a pop fly. This one is going to chase Anderton back to the edge of the grass. And Anderton takes care of the final 2 outs here in this game, or in this inning. Back-to-back pop-ups. One was a great diving catch. The other one was a little bit more routine, but still Anderton had to back up on it. And the first 1, 2, 3 inning for Marissa Thomas. And the Collinsville Kahawks on defense. And Collinsville will see if they can add to their score on offense when we come back and tell you all about the bottom of the 5th inning, and that will be coming your way here in just a moment on the Kahawk Sports Network.
Brady Pest and Termite Management in Caseyville. Brady Pest and Termite Management is your local pest control source. The Midwest offers its fair share of pest problems, and Brady Pest and Termite Management is up to the challenge. Whether it's pesky rodents in the cold winter months or ants, spiders, and other pests in the warm months, Brady Pest and Termite is your solution. And termites? Brady Pest is tops in the Metro East in termite management. Do you have unwanted pests? Then call the best. Brady Pest and Termite Management in Caseyville. Call 343-1790 or on Facebook at Brady Pest and Termite.
Just because we're adults doesn't mean we don't have toys, am I right? If your adult toys consist of boats, campers, or RVs, then you need to call the GASA storage team of professionals. Winter weather in the Midwest can be quite harsh, and finding a place to properly store those expensive toys for winter can be just as rough as a Midwest winter. That's where the GASA storage team comes in, with outdoor self-storage and covered storage for your toys. They even have tractor-trailer parking. Conveniently located at Horseshoe Lake Road and 111 in Pontoon Beach. GASA Storage, for the safe storage of all of your toys. Contact the GASA Storage team, gasastorage@gmail.com, or call today, GASA Storage Team, 618-797-6100.
Alexia Ralphalowski leads things off here in the bottom of the 5th for Collinsville. She, I think, swung at one. It popped straight up into the air, and it hit the back heel of the catcher, E.J. Collins. And it was just a foul ball, but it's 1-1 now to Ralphalowski, who has walked and grounded out. And a swing and a miss has got Lexi in a 1-2 hole. Bottom of the 5th, 2-0 in favor of Collinsville. Next pitch from Brannon on the way. That one, called strike 3. That looked outside from here.
Been giving them that corner for the most times here. A few times
well, they also called Anderton out on a strike outside from the opposite side of the plate. So you can't give them both sides, can you? Fourth strikeout on the afternoon so far for Brannon. That brings up Mackenzie Young. Mackenzie singled and scored in the first and lined out to the shortstop, Emma Janning, on a nice play back in the third. Brandon pitches outside, 2-0. Mackenzie Young, the catcher. Alex Jakic, the first baseman, will come up and join us for the post-game show. Swinging a long fly ball. This one's going to get down. That's in fair territory. A one-hopper to the wall. Young is on her way to second base, and she's going to be there with a stand-up double.
Nice piece of hitting there. Drove it all the way to the wall.
Fifth hit on the afternoon for Collinsville.
Yep.
That matches the 5 that O'Fallon has. Nope, excuse me, that O'Fallon has 4.
Demick will come in and run for Young.
For the K-Hawks, the shortstop, number 8, Briley Anderton.
So Bailey Demick, a freshman, will do a little running, and here is Briley Anderton, who is 0 for 2 on the afternoon. Reached on a fielder's choice in the first, struck out in the third. Just talked about that called third strike on the outside corner in that third inning. That ended the inning. And neither batter nor coach very happy with that call.
Anderton chasing down some of them records like we mentioned last time at bat.
This one hits her.
Hit her.
Yep, bounced into the dirt and then hit her in the shin. First hit batter of this game puts Collinsville in the driver's seat, first and second. 1 out.
The first baseman, number 7.
Anderton just had her college signing yesterday at the school. She's going to Southeastern Illinois Colleges in Harrisburg.
There is Alex Jakic, who popped up in the first, walked in the fourth. Looks at one on the outside corner for a called strike. 1 out, runners on first and second. Collinsville leads 2-0, would love to add on. Riley Brandon pitches, swinging a foul ball out of play, heading toward the fans down the line. Didn't quite make it out there to where Clay Smith and Dr. Skirtich are standing, but halfway. I was ready to see one of them dart into action, see if they can barehand it. 0-2 the count to Alex Jakic. He looks at one outside, 1-2. Kahok first baseman up there with 1 out, runners on first and second, looking for something to drive. Power alleys are wide open. Left center and right center. Plant one there. We'll be off to the races. This one's a little bit too far outside, 2-2. Wellen waits on deck. Anderton's on at first. Dimick, the courtesy runner for Young, on at second. 2 balls, 2 strikes to count. And the pitch. Swinging a little pop fly on the infield, and at first base, pretty much not even having to move, was Maya Robinson, and there are 2 away.
That was an interesting little pop-up there, but nothing further happens other than the batter being out.
So Wellen, who is 2 for 2 with an RBI and a run scored, comes up. Big spot here for her. I'd like to see her get a hold of one. Here's the pitch. Swinging a shot down the first base side, but foul. That was off the end of the bat. A little cue shot.
Seen the ball well. Both of her bats so far drove it.
Same spot both times.
Same spot. Just past the third baseman. Shortstop is now playing a couple steps over.
Swinging a high fly ball. This one should be playable for Ecker, but it's going to be the shortstop, Janning, who roams out into the grass area. And that will end the threat. Collinsville gets 2 runners on with 1 out, but couldn't do anything with it. So we will head to the top of the 6th inning, and the score remains Collinsville 2 and O'Fallon nothing. And we'll see if Marissa Thomas and company can keep that goose egg intact when we come back from a timeout here on the Kahok Sports Network.
The reviews are in. Old Herald Brewery and Distillery in Collinsville is a hit in the Metro East. Folks both local and just visiting the area are calling Old Herald Brewery and Distillery a must-stop destination in Collinsville. Old Herald Brewery and Distillery in Collinsville is located at 115 East Clay Street in Collinsville and is home to one of the only restaurants in the state with their own brewery and distillery that produces some of the best brews and spirits in the industry. And the food, all created by an in-house chef using local ingredients that will please any palate. Old Herald Brewery and Distillery in Collinsville has daily specials for both inside diners as well as offering curbside pickup specials and family size specials. And don't forget to take home a bottle or a growler of beers brewed on site at Old Herald Brewery and Distillery. Old Herald Brewery and Distillery in Collinsville. Check their Facebook page for daily specials, online ordering at oldheraldbrewery.com, or give them a call at 855-8027.
Back here at the Collinsville Sports Complex, top of the 6th inning. E.J. Collins will lead things off here for O'Fallon. First pitch hits the inside corner for a called strike. Collins has struck out and flew out. 0 for 2 on the afternoon. Pitch. Swinging a foul ball over our heads. My Mountain Dew is no longer ice cold. We understand that the humidity is going to drop tomorrow. Temperatures are going to drop over the weekend. We might be back to somewhat of a normal routine next week. Chance for Anderton, and she stays with it. What a play. That ball bobbled around in her glove for a couple of seconds, but she didn't let it get to her, and a strike over to first base for the out. Nice play there by Bradley Anderton. She's made a couple of those today.
Last 3 balls in a row have found her.
Yeah.
One way or the other. That one hit the palm of the glove, kind of rolled across her arm, and then she got it in the glove. Had to make the throw over still after all that.
There is Maya Robinson, also 0 for 2 with 2 flyouts. How about a third flyout? This one in foul territory. Young, ooh, that one went right just behind the backstop here.
7 in a row sent down now by Thomas.
Yeah. First 1, 2, 3 inning, last inning.
10 of 11.
Here is the 0-1 pitch to Robinson, outside and high. 1-1. Next action for us will come your way Tuesday from Kahok Stadium. Playoff action at that. Collinsville and Alton will hook up at 5 o'clock for the first regional semifinal of the Collinsville Regionals. Swinging another foul ball over our heads. 1 ball, 2 strikes the count.
Some soccer action. Soccer regional ready to heat up.
And then a week from today, we'll be at Fletcher Field for baseball's senior day. That game against Carbondale. That'll be our last regular season game of the year. 1 ball, 2 strikes to count. Here's the pitch to Robinson. Swinging a fly ball. Lexi Rafalowski takes a couple of steps back, and she's there for out number 2.
Just about took one too many steps in, but was able to glove it.
She's a pretty good judge out there of fly balls coming her way. Just a little adjustment at the last second. Here is Riley Brandon, the pitcher. She has reached twice with a single and a double, stranded both times. Thomas pitches. Right down the middle.
Haven't gotten this girl out yet.
Yeah, she's holding her own at the plate. 2 of the 4 hits for O'Fallon. Swing and a miss. And she was way out in front of that one, man. I'll tell you what, Thomas took a little off of that one and totally fooled the batter. I'd do it again. Because she's looking fastball now. Here's the 0-2. Foul ball back to the screen. Nobody on, 2 away, top of the 6th. Collinsville leads 2-0. Thomas, 1 pitch away from getting out of this one. Here's a shot to Anderton. She gloves it. She throws in the dirt, and unable to scoop it out of the dirt was Alex Jakic. So that's going to be an error on Anderton.
Brandon had some speed there. Had to really get that ball across and just threw it in the dirt too much. And do we have this runner, 23?
23 I do have. That is Allison Janning. So Janning will do some courtesy running over at first base. Here comes Madison Ecker up to the plate. She is 0 for 2. And that's the first base runner allowed since a leadoff single in the 4th inning for O'Fallon. Foul ball out of play, 0-1. So runner on at first base, 2 away. Thomas readies herself for the 0-1 pitch to Madison Ecker. Here it comes. Swing and a miss. So once again, Thomas 1 strike away from getting out of this inning. Thomas looking for strikeout number 3. Trying to get that right here. Here is the 0-2. Swinging a high fly ball. On the move is Maddie Harris. And at the foul line, she hauls it in for out number 3. And the inning comes to a close with no further damage done. 1 error committed in the inning, though, and that runner was left on over at first base. That's the 6th stranded base runner on the afternoon for the O'Fallon Lady Panthers. Collinsville will come to the plate looking to see if they can add on to this slim 2-0 lead, and we'll be back to tell you all about the home half of the 6th inning after a timeout here on the Kahok Sports Network.
The Times-Tribune, Madison County's longest-running leading independent newspaper. The Times-Tribune covers Troy, Collinsville, Maryville, and all the villages and communities of Madison County. From area city halls to sports, including the Collinsville Kahawks and Unit 10 District News. The Times-Tribune covers that and more. The Times-Tribune is a weekly hometown newspaper published every Thursday, and a 1-year subscription is only $40 for the printed and online editions. For more information, call the Times-Tribune at 618-667-3111, online at timestribunenews.com, or follow them on Facebook at Times-Tribune. In times of financial uncertainty, how can you stay on track? Call on someone who's invested in your success. In Collinsville, that person is Jason Regg, your Collinsville Edward Jones financial advisor. Jason Regg will work to build a complete picture of your financial life, including your unique goals and passions. Jason Regg of your Collinsville Edward Jones office plays a big part in the community and the Collinsville Unit 10 School District with his Kahok Educator of the Month award. To take care of the things along the path of you and your family's financial journey, call Jason Regg at the Collinsville Edward Jones office at 618-344-0252. Edward Jones, member SIPC.
Maya Clark to lead things off here in the bottom of the 6th for Collinsville. Kahok's second baseman reached on a fielder's choice and grounds that one right back to Riley Brannon on the first pitch, and there is quickly 1 away.
Ball would have had a little more off the bat there. Would have got down through the middle there, but pitcher was able to grab it.
There comes Emma Hilton, today's designated player. Emma, 0 for 2 with a ground out and a strikeout. First pitch outside, ball 1. This game has moved along quickly, hasn't it?
You started 11 minutes late.
Yeah. Swing and a miss.
Moved along well.
A little chop action going on there from Hilton. She shook her head after that one, thinking, what did I do? 2-0, 6th inning. Hilton feebly offers it one away outside, and it's 1 ball and 2 strikes to the Collinsville designated player. Brannon ready to go with another pitch. Here it comes. Swing and a miss. That is the 5th strikeout of the afternoon
Number 35, Katie
for Riley Brannon. Quickly 2 away. And here is Katie Bardwell. Bardwell singled in a run in the 4th inning. Her and Wellen have the only 2 RBI hits here this afternoon. And Bardwell's other at-bat, she struck out. That was back in the 2nd. And in a 0-1 hole here with, it looks like, Reese Kendall on deck. 1 ball, 1 strike to count. Katie Bardwell trying to get on base here. Bottom of the 6th. Swing and a miss. 1-2. Brannon ready with another 1-2. That was a strike 3 called on the inside corner, and down on strikes is Bardwell for the second night. Collinsville had nothing going on here in the bottom half of the sixth, but it really doesn't matter much now. All we need now is for Marissa Thomas and the Kahok defense to come through and give us 3 outs in the seventh with no runs being scored, and then we can call this one a game. And we'll be back to tell you all about the seventh inning after a brief timeout here on the Kahok Sports Network.
Looking for a little bite to eat in a nice, friendly establishment before heading out to a game? Look no further than LC's Pub in Caseyville. Just blocks from Collinsville High School, LC's Pub is the pub of choice for Kahok fans, before, after, or even during Kahok games. LC's Pub features a wide variety of traditional bar food like burgers and fries, chicken wings and chicken strips, appetizers like pepper jack mac and cheese bites, fried pickles, and green beans. Plus they have salads, fish, shrimp, and more. LC's Pub also features an outdoor patio, a gaming room, weekly poker tournaments, and a pool table, plus enough TVs for all the sports fans. And LC's Pub shows Kahok games live as well as Blues and Cardinals games. LC's Pub, 605 North Main Street in Caseyville, right across the intersection from All Pro Tees. Call for carryout orders at 618-855-9007 and on Facebook at LC's Pub. LC's Pub, Kahok fans' pub of choice.
Allison Janning will lead things off here off of the bench for O'Fallon. And the first pitch is outside. Allison Janning batting .250 on the year. No runs batted in. She has 1 base hit and 4 at-bats.
It was a courtesy run at last inning for Brandon, and now she'll bat.
That one's a called strike on the inside corner. And Collinsville just needs 3 outs to bring home a winner. 1 ball, 1 strike to count. And here's the pitch, swinging a foul ball out of play. And it's now 1-2. Thomas looking for a complete game shutout here. 1-2 pitch. Ooh. I have seen him call that a strike all day long.
Everybody here was ready for umpire to ring her up. Didn't get the call.
No. He has called that a strike on many occasions today. Here's a 2-2. Swinging a foul ball. Backhanded by Wellen over at third. But on the wrong side of the chalky white line. So Janning lives to see another day, and another 2-2 pitch from Marissa Thomas is on the way. This one's inside. Full count. All right, stay within yourselves. Calm down. Don't get too excited.
Thomas has gotten out of some jams here in the early innings. You don't want to start here in the seventh.
Pop fly on probably ball 4, and it goes right into the glove of Maya Clark. Well, I thank you very much, Allie Janning.
Yeah, that would have been ball 4. Way on inside, and all she could do is pop it up.
So now, Emma Janning. Allison, a freshman. Emma, a sophomore. Right down the middle.
Thomas didn't get the call for the strikeout, but it worked out for her.
Yeah, she's only got a couple of strikeouts, 1 in the first, 1 in the second, and that's been it. Here's the 0-1, swinging a chance for Wellen over at third. She scoops, she fires in time for out number 2, and Collinsville 1 out away from picking up a victory here against O'Fallon, trying to avenge that 12-7 loss back on April the 12th. And the only thing standing in the way is the number 9 hitter, Lexi Schlor. Lexi has singled and popped up. Foul territory on the pop-up, handled by Jakic over at first. And the pitch outside, ball 1. Be nice to get this one out so we stay away from the top of the order. And the pitch from Thomas. Strike called on the inside corner. Reagan Heffley waits on deck. We hope that's where she stays. Pitch from Thomas. Swing and a miss. One strike away from ending this one with a shutout.
Don't need the strikeout, just anything to get the out.
Yep. 1 ball, 2 strikes to count to Lexi Schlor. Thomas, she's ready. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss, and down on strikes to end the game on a nice pitching gem by Marissa Thomas. And the Kahawks end up winning this one by a score of 2-0. How about that? Collinsville improves their record to 9-16 on the year and pick up their 4th conference victory. O'Fallon drops to 12-13, and they are now 4-6 in conference play, are the O'Fallon Panthers. And now we welcome you into the post-game program brought to you by Chiropractic Works in Collinsville, owned and operated by Dr. Chris McCluskey. He and his crew are focused on helping as many people as possible live high-quality lives all through chiropractic care and wellness. You can visit Dr. McCluskey at Chiropractic Works in Collinsville, 410 Regency Center. That's just off of the Beltline Road in Collinsville. You can give them a call at 343-3602 or online at chiropracticworkscollinsville.com. Collinsville wins this one today by a score of 2-0. We're back to tell you all about it and have some post-game guests as well. We'll do all that here in just a moment on the Kahok Sports Network.
As the Director of Sports Medicine at Next Level Performance Institute, I oversee the care of all of our athletes, many high school, collegiate, and professional. Our goal is to help athletes stay on the field and maximize their performance. We have state-of-the-art diagnostic equipment where we can actually perform testing to get to the root cause of problems that could be getting in the way of athletic performance. When it comes to taking care of athletes, we take a full-body approach, whether it's musculoskeletal ailments, nutritional issues, organic issues such as headaches, sinuses, digestive issues. We have advanced training to where we can remedy health issues and return that athlete to play as quickly as possible. If you or your athlete are dealing with any kind of nagging sports injury and would like to see if we can possibly help, feel free to give us a call or come by the office anytime.
The Collinsville Daily News, the new online source for everything newsworthy in and around Collinsville. This news source is designed to be the heartbeat of the Collinsville community and is owned and operated by members that live in this area. The Collinsville Daily News generates their revenue with local support from the community in which they serve and from advertising. They do not charge to read their content, so you'll never run into one of those annoying paywalls. Not only that, but the Collinsville Daily News offers free classified advertising. You have items you want to buy, sell, or trade? It's free to post. Wedding or engagements announcements, as well as obituaries, all free at collinsvilledailynews.com. Plus, they have the content that matters most. Collinsville news you need to know, coverage of Kahawk sports, and a keen eye on city news. The Collinsville Daily News also has an event tab that allows you to find out what is going on in and around the region for you and your family, the heartbeat of the community. Helping readers make sense of an increasingly chaotic world. Check them out at collinsvilledailynews.com on social media sites Facebook and Instagram. The heartbeat of this community is the Collinsville Daily News. Calling all sports fans. Looking for a great place to watch the game with your crew? Look no further than the Lucky Fox Sports Bar in Caseyville. The Lucky Fox shows Collinsville Kahawk sports on the big screen, plus UFC fights, boxing, Cardinals and Blues, and all of the NFL games with the NFL ticket and enough TVs that you'll be sure to find the game you want. And the food? How about Taco Tuesdays, Wing Wednesdays, plus burgers, sandwiches, pizza, steak, and more, including great drink specials and the coldest brew in town. And don't forget to try your luck at the Lucky Fox Gaming Room. Dine in and catch a game, or order carryout with the Lucky Fox. The Lucky Fox Sports Bar, 1101 Caseyville Road, right across the street from Kahawk Stadium. Open daily at 11 a.m. Check out the Lucky Fox Facebook page for daily specials. The Lucky Fox, 618-855-9500.
I couldn't ask for a better agent, for a better company in a disaster where you have no idea where to start.
I learned that there's not a given in life.
takes a team. There's people that are going to watch out for us and that care.
It's been pretty stressful. Once we saw Lori and got our plan, it's
like a huge weight lifted.
In Collinsville, call Scott Allen at 618-346-1500.
Chapman Trucking, LLC. Chapman Trucking is a local Collinsville business owned and operated by 1994 Collinsville graduate Christy Chapman. With over 10 years of experience, Chapman Trucking, LLC can take care of all of the heavy lifting when it comes to hauling aggregate materials such as sand, driveway rock, dirt, boulders, and more. That includes getting your heavy work equipment to your work site where it needs to be. Give Christy a call for a free estimate at Chapman Trucking, LLC, 618-960-9346 or online at chapmantruckingllc.net.
First National Bank of Waterloo, with over 100 years serving the Metro East. Visit First National Bank of Waterloo at their Maryville and Collinsville locations for all of your banking, mortgage, and lending needs. Why? Super low closing costs, low construction loan rates, and they do so much to support our local communities. When you need a loan, call the Collinsville team at First National Bank of Waterloo at 618-345-1121 or visit their Maryville and Collinsville locations or online at fnbwaterloo.bank. First National Bank of Waterloo, member FDIC, equal housing lender. Projects in and around your home can be daunting and overwhelming. Take the stress out of those projects and let AW Indoor and Outdoor Solutions do all the heavy lifting. Former Kahok Adam Welly can help knock those projects off your list. From framing drywall, painting, and stair work inside to deck work, hardscapes, and concrete and retaining wall construction outside your home, including power washing and brush removal. Whatever the task, AW Indoor and Outdoor Solutions can help. Call Adam Welly for a free estimate at AW Indoor and Outdoor Solutions, 314-252-8010. That's 314-252-8010. Having problems keeping your ride on the road? Roadman Automotive in Collinsville can help you keep your ride rolling. Roadman Automotive offers everything from diagnostic tests when that check engine light comes on to tune-ups, alignments, brake and suspension work, and more. Oil changes at Roadman Automotive start at just $35. Roadman Automotive is open from 8 a.m. to 5:30 p.m. Monday through Friday and is located at 936 St. Louis Road in Collinsville. Check out the Roadman Automotive Facebook page for daily specials. Call Roadman Automotive at 618-223-1878, online at roadmanautomotivecollinsville.com. Roadman Automotive. Keep your ride on the road with Roadman Automotive.
At Chiropractic Works, our mission is to help as many people live as high quality of life for as long as possible without the use of drugs and surgery. We have state-of-the-art testing available to see if we think we might be able to help you with any health issues that you're dealing with. Whether it's neck pain, back pain, headache, sinus, allergies, numbness, tingling, shoulder, elbow, wrist, hip, knee, or ankle problems, we've helped many people solve these issues without the use of drugs and surgery. If you'd like to get to the root cause of your health problems, feel free to give us a call and schedule a consultation or a new patient exam to see if we think we might be able to help you.
And once again, we welcome you back into the broadcast booth here at the Collinsville Sports Complex. Collinsville wins this one today by a final score of 2-0. We're waiting on our two post-game young ladies to come up here and join us. They're, senior day, and they've got things to do, and I understand all that. So anyway, let's run over what we have here. O'Fallon, no runs on 4 hits. They committed no errors, and they left 6 base runners on. Collinsville gets a run in the first and a run in the fourth, and that is all. And they end up with 2 runs on 5 hits, and they committed 1 error, and they also left 6 base runners on base. Collinsville getting runs in the first inning. Mackenzie Young reaches on a single, and Brianna Wellen a couple of batters later brought her home for a 1-0 lead. And then Wellen, who singled, came around to score on an RBI base hit by Katie Bardwell in the 4th inning, and that is all of the scoring that happened in this game. Marissa Thomas in the circle did a fantastic job as she ended up with just one walk and a couple of strikeouts, had a couple of 1, 2, 3 innings. And the Kahawks pick up a all-important win here today by the final score of 2-0. Yeah. There he is, and then there's microphone. All right. Everybody say hello to Alex Jacobs, first baseman for your Collinsville Lady Kahawk softball team. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Not too bad. So tell me about this game, man. That must have been fun. You guys needed something like that, didn't you? A nice, close, tight, fast game, considering that we got started late because of senior day.
Yeah.
2-0. Marissa Thomas, your pitcher, did a great job in the circle. Talk to me about this game.
It was definitely a tough game. I think going into it, we were just trying to have fun and enjoy our seniors and just give it everything we had, considering the heat and everything. So I think we gave it all that we had, and the outcome was a bit surprising considering that we held them the whole game.
Yeah, I know. When you guys lost to them 12-7, I'm thinking that we're going to have another high-scoring game, but hopefully you guys come out on top. Talk about Marissa Thomas in the circle, man. That was one of the best games I've seen her pitch.
I don't know how she does it. She's the best. She gives it everything she has, and she's always trying to give 100% before they try and switch her out with Maya. So she's great for that one.
How you doing here on senior day? Have you had the tears yet?
A little bit.
Yeah.
A little bit. A freshman came up to me and said I made her cry, so I started crying too.
So other than that, senior year almost over. You guys got a graduation ceremony on Saturday. You got to play tomorrow, don't you?
We do.
Yeah, you got to play at Triad.
Yep.
Then graduation ceremony on Saturday, and then you guys got the playoffs coming up against Alton. Tell me your thoughts on playing the Alton Redbirds in that first regional semifinal.
I think we can do it for sure. It's been a little bit of a battle with them. We beat them, they beat us. I think if we just go out into it the same way we went into today, I don't see us doing anything. We'll be good.
All right, what's in store for you for your future?
I'm going to go to Mackenzie, study for 4 years, study criminal justice. I'm hoping to be a lawyer, so.
Criminal justice and a lawyer. The world needs more lawyers.
Oh, yeah.
Just kidding.
I like to argue, so that'll be good.
Well, there you go. There you are. You on the debate team?
No.
Oh, see,
no.
that would have prepped you.
I should have.
That would have prepped you. All right, good luck in the future. Thank you very much for joining us. You can bring your catcher up here if you can find her down there anywhere.
Oh, I will.
All right, thank you. That is Alex Jacobs, one of the final 2 seniors that we haven't had a chance to talk to this year, so we were hoping to get a chance to do that here during the post-game show. So we thank Alex for coming up the stairs and joining us here. We'll see if she can track down Mackenzie Young, and we can get a little insight here from Mackenzie before we move on and take care of other things before we have to switch our mindset and go do some playoffs here starting on Tuesday with girls soccer playoffs. So looking forward to that. Mackenzie, by the way, on the afternoon went 2 for 3 with a single, a double, and a run scored. So we're looking forward to talking to her if she can make it up here. Looks like we just got this game in before the sun ducked behind some clouds and made everything a little dark here. There she is. Come on over. Got the flowers. You didn't have to bring me flowers. You didn't bring those for me, did you?
No, I'm sorry.
That's all right. All right, let's talk about your afternoon, man. You went 2 for 3 at the plate, a single, a double, a run scored, and it was very important because you guys won only 2-0, so that was a big run.
Yes, it was. It was pretty exciting being the person that did that, and being a part of that and just seeing all the girls come together for that was really exciting.
All right, I just talked to Alex. I got her view on the pitching performance by Marissa Thomas in the circle today. You were the one that caught her, so tell me from your point of view, that was pretty good. She looked good out there.
Yeah, she did. We went over the stats and everything of how we played them previously, and me knowing some of the girls gave me that advantage of knowing their weaknesses and everything, and Marissa executed it, and it was just a good duo overall.
Yeah, a little revenge for that 12-7 loss earlier in the year. How sweet is that when that happens?
I know. It was amazing. It was exciting because we had that revenge, and then also it being our senior night. So.
Yeah, you guys got 2 games left before the playoffs start, so let's leap ahead and talk about the playoffs against Alton, another one of those teams that you won one against, lost one against. So how do you see that regional semifinal playing out?
Truly, I see us coming together because our last Alton game was a turning point for us. We lost, but that doesn't tell the story. We really came together the last inning and lost only by 1. And us coming together this game, our puzzle pieces are coming together, and I truly think that we're going to do great in the playoff regional. So, yeah. All
right, you got graduation on Saturday. What's next for you after that?
I will be going to Mizzou to continue my education and do biochemistry.
Biochemistry.
Yes.
So the next question I have is, what do you want to be when you grow up with biochemistry in your mind?
I hope to become a pharmacist.
Okay, I got you. All right, I got you. That's cool. Yeah. All right, well, thank you very much. We'll see you down the line at Edwardsville for a playoff game.
Thank you.
Thank you. And that is going to do it for us. A big thank you to both Mackenzie Young and Alex Jacobs for joining us here on the postgame show. Another big thank you to Bree Wellen joining us on the pregame show. And as always, a big thanks to Chris Kettler for picking up the other microphone headset and putting it on a very hot day. Collinsville wins this one today by a final of 2-0. Our next action will be playoff action, girls soccer. And it'll come your way from Kahok Stadium against the Alton Lady Redbirds, scheduled for a 5 p.m. start this coming Tuesday. So we'll be on the air about 20 minutes before that with a little pregame show. My name is Todd Duke, and until Tuesday, everybody enjoy the rest of your evening and have a fantastic weekend.